do something else?
No, that works.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to the newscast. It is January
6th, 2012.
The first one of the New Year's.
Yes.
Is what it is. How was your New Year's? How did you
Quiet but nice.
Quiet?
That's the way I like to roll.
Yeah.
I watch my Dick Clark, which is now Ryan Seacrest with like 5 seconds of Dick Clark. They pretty much good. They're like, here's Dick.
That's good.
He's sitting up there and man, he's actually doing a lot better.
That's good.
He had that stroke a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And he couldn't talk last year all that well, and this year he was much better with the talking, and then he kind of sits there going, I had some great memories. So then they switched to a bunch of like old clips from like Dick Clark, because it's the 40th year of Dick Clark's rockin' New Year's Eve party. So
it must
it's
have
like,
been huge though.
Holy gee. Well, and I mean, it's always big. It's in Times Square, so.
Yeah. We don't have Times Square here though.
We don't have Times Square, and apparently our fireworks were absolutely junk because of that festival going on downtown.
We actually had fireworks where I was.
Yeah.
We actually bought like $120 worth of fireworks. And then you can do that in the middle of the countryside, so.
And I switched over to the Niagara Falls show. Because they put on a big fireworks display over the falls, so it looks really cool.
It's shiny.
How was your New Year's?
Lots of drinking.
Tony partied, Nick stayed home.
I did a lot of partying. Thank God my phone wasn't with me. Or else, I don't remember it. Drunk tweets and drunk texts later.
Yeah.
Would have been bad. No, a lot of partying with the LARP fellows.
Yes.
You know who you are because you watch. I make you watch.
That freaks me out that people watch this.
No, it doesn't. I watch me take my shirt off. I didn't take my shirt off.
Yeah, for all the people listening on audio, he didn't take his shirt off.
It's off now.
Oh no.
So a lot of that, and movie watching. No, we didn't want to watch a lot of movies. No, just a lot of
drinking.
A lot of drinking. A lot of LARP awards. We did our first annual LARP.
Well, that's
LARP.
fun.
We called it our LARPies.
Oh, aren't you guys cute?
Yeah, there's all of us.
Aren't you
So
guys so
we had like, yay, we're beating yourself up with foam weapons and saying who did it the best.
Yeah.
If you think that that's exactly how it sounds, by the way, it's not sugarcoating that at all. So that was fun. I don't remember a lot of that party until I look at the pictures.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I did that dance. No, that's bad. That's illegal on the internet. And that's the internet. So that was good. Played catch up on games. I know you have.
I was gonna say, so
what
we're playing.
What are you playing?
I went and picked up a few games.
Mm-hmm. Some games I already have already. So.
Yeah. I really didn't play all that much going into Christmas. I was playing Mario. I was just kind of on my 3DS, and then coming into New Year's, after New Year's, I bought Saints Row 3.
Okay.
I bought Rage for my Xbox. I bought Professor Layton and the Last Spectre for my DS, and I bought Mario Kart 7 for my 3DS, and I just got Uncharted yesterday at like 4 in the morning, so I haven't been able to play it yet. So I got Uncharted 3. But I've been playing the other 4 games. So.
Oh, you've been really busy.
Any
one of those stick out particularly, other than maybe Uncharted, which you haven't played yet? Which I know is awesome.
I don't know, Saints Row was fun. I didn't get into it a whole lot. I got to the main part of the story, Penthouse Suite thing, and then I just wanted to have some fun for 5 seconds, so I went streaking, which I didn't know you could actually... I wanted to see what would happen.
You didn't think you could do it?
Well, as soon as because you go to the thing and you can actually pick certain underwear, so you can wear panties, or you can wear boxers, or you can wear, whatever, or you can say nothing. So when you say nothing, you just get the blur effect. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I don't want to wear underwear.
Keep in mind, you have a gender slider in this game.
No,
not gender slider. Not gender slider. A sexuality slider.
No, it's the sex appeal slider, so you can make your junk bigger or smaller.
So does that make the
No, the bleep's always huge, but...
Oh, so it's not bigger.
But it's when you wear like when you wear a thong or something, or underwear, your bulge is like... So...
or any pants.
Or pretty much any tight pants, your bulge is...
I'm totally doing that. Sorry.
Everybody does.
I'm totally...
But I just wanted to see what happened, so I went into my wardrobe, and I went to pants, and then there's an option for nothing, and I'm like... Well, then nothing. And usually other games, if you do that, they put boxers on you or something. Well, this game doesn't. You get a nice pixelated panel in front of your junk and in front of your butt. And
so does that carry on to the cutscenes?
It would, yeah.
Why is this not my game of the year?
So, and then so I took my shirt off and I left my work boots on.
Oh, you gotta have, proper.
Gotta have footwear if you're running places.
Yeah.
So then I jumped off the penthouse, and you get a parachute no matter where you go. It's like Just Cause 2. You always have a parachute on you. So I jump, and it's like parachute. I'm like, yep. So I'm like base jumping off of my penthouse, naked, land on the street, and I'm like, I'm just gonna strut down the street. And people start screaming and running away and like pointing and oh my god. And then all of a sudden a counter shows up, and it's like streak past so many people, and then it just becomes a challenge.
I bet you there's an achievement or trophy for that.
There's a trophy, I think, for getting... You have to run so far while streaking. That's a challenge that you have to actually do.
I can't wait. I can't wait to play that game. I bought it too.
So that was fun. And then Rage, I played...
A little bit. It's a shooter.
A couple hours of. I got into it. So, I don't know, the story... It's not open world. Like, I kind of was expecting more of a Fallout open world type thing.
I think that's what everyone was.
I was thinking that. I wasn't...
Which console did you get it for?
Xbox.
Okay, because I know it performs a little better on the PS3.
So, it's been fine.
But it's fine on all consoles. But.
So, but no, I got into it and it's very linear. They're like, point A, point B, points like, go here, do quest, come back. Go here, do quest, come back. Go here, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Because I wasn't sure going into it exactly what it was. So, but I've been having fun with it.
Have you had a lot of the issues with the text and the popping up of graphics? Because I know that was a huge issue in general for all platforms of the game.
No, so unless I don't know if they.
Did you get a patch?
Yeah, they always get an update. So.
Okay, so maybe they might have fixed it. I know I haven't heard a lot about Rage recently.
But it's fun and it was cheap, so.
I think I'd wait for it to be even cheaper than that. That's just because me, and I have a lot of games to still go through, so. I don't want to add to that yet. Until I absolutely have to or can.
And Professor Layton I haven't gotten a ton into.
Yeah, but it's Professor Layton, you solve puzzles.
But you go through a story, the story is actually a prequel.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So this is him meeting his apprentice, Luke.
Is this the one with the weird girl as well in the trailers? Like, where did that girl come from and where did she go in the rest of the game?
Yes, so that all gets explained. Okay. Because she shows up right at the beginning and she's like, hello, Professor, I'm your new assistant. Yes. And you're like, okay, and even Professor Layton's Professor Layton's kind of like, okay, I have an assistant, and they're like, yeah, the dean hired me, so I'm your assistant now, and it's like, okay. Layton's so laid back about it. It's like, there's a giant specter attacking our town. Okay,
let's go fix it.
I'll get to the bottom of this. Don't you worry.
We just traveled through time.
Anything for a friend. Yeah.
We just traveled through time. Okay.
Yeah. He's pretty like open-minded about everything that happens.
I imagine Professor Layton's like a hippie.
Pretty much, except a really smart one.
No, hippies are kind of smart sometimes.
But like he's genius level logical.
He's like Sherlock Holmes,
yeah.
Except without the douchebag factor.
Yeah. Because he shows up and his friend's like, I didn't send you a letter, and he's like. And then he's like, well, I can still help you out, and his friend's like, well, that'd be great, thanks. And he's like, anything for a friend. And it's like, okay.
Anything for my friend. One of these games is going to be like him snapping and he's going to make all the puzzles. Because no one's going to solve them. Because he's like, you know what? Screw you guys.
Well, and
Layton's Revenge.
I love those games just because of the story. You go into a town and you see this little kid and he's like, hey, Gramps. And you're like, dude, I'm like 30 at the most. And it's like... You're like, can you tell us where this house is? Yeah, but only if you solve my puzzle. I'm like, what the... If that happened in a regular day-to-day basis, no one would get anything done.
Or, like, the really smart people will be like...
And honestly, the third... Okay, this is a spoiler. Third puzzle in.
Is it hard?
They should give you a picture. It's 4 panels. And so if you got stuck...
It's 3 puzzles.
No, it's 4 pictures. It's the third puzzle into the game.
Yeah, so it's the third puzzle.
So you think it's supposed to be, And they go, these people, they're all pictures of this fountain in this town.
Okay.
So the same setting, and they're like, 3 of these people were together and took a picture of one another in front of this fountain. One person was all on their own at a different time, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Which 3 are the ones that traveled together? So I'm looking at the picture, and there's dogs in, like, these pictures, and birds in this one, and something. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell?
I think the writers of the game have been reading too many Sherlock Holmes.
So I'm sitting there like...
Because that sounds like something...
So I literally went, and I had to go through because I was an idiot and I wasn't really looking. I didn't want to use a hint coin that early in the game. So I'm like, okay, I'll just keep selecting different combinations of 3. There's only 4 pictures. It won't take that long. So I finally solved the puzzle. And it goes, so did you notice that there's shadows? One guy's shadow is tilting to the left. The rest of them are all underneath them. And it's like literally this many pixels on your screen.
Wait, how did they figure that?
Well, because it was, if all 3 of them were together and took their pictures at the same, roughly the same time, the sun would be in the same place, so their shadow would be... And then this one guy, who was all by himself, took it at a different time of day, so his shadow was going a different direction, because the sun was in a different location. And I'm like, that's the 3rd puzzle in this game, it's gonna be hard!
You're gonna need a guide.
No, you get hint coins, and hint coins usually help me through the harder puzzles in those games. But
look at this puzzle at a different angle.
Yeah. So...
I need a new DS. Why? Just I need a new one.
So, I'm like, holy jeez. But, no, so that...
It works your noggin.
It works your noggin.
You've been out of school for a little bit.
Well, yeah, and some of those puzzles are just insane. Yes. So, and then Mario Kart 7, it's Mario Kart 7, and I wrote the review, so...
And like I said, it's Mario Kart. Do you guys like Mario Kart?
If you like Mario Kart, Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's Mario Kart. I don't mind Mario Kart.
I like the retro maps that they picked this time, though.
I liked all the maps.
I like all the maps, but sometimes the retro maps that they choose, they kind of do a weird job of them.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't add as many new maps or as many new race courses as they could have.
They always do that though.
They could have added so many more.
It's always 16 though.
But they add more.
It's always 4, 4, 4, 4, and then 4, 4, 4, 4 for
the other. Pokemon Crystal and Silver did. There's 16 badges.
Yeah, well.
They could have done something really cool.
The only, because like the Wii version, some of the Super Nintendo levels that they recreated, they literally took like the same flooring texture and put that down, and then just put like a couple blocks sticking up, and that was literally like the recreated levels, and I'm like, that's junk.
Yeah, because in this one, in 7, it's the ramps and the glider that change things.
Yeah, and so they actually add ramps and underwater parts to the old levels.
Yeah. Well, the glider stuff totally breaks the old maps.
Oh, I know.
Like, I can totally go over that barrier and cut like 3/4 of this course.
I did that in one of the maps. I'm like, I think I can make it over that thing.
Screw you, Wario Stadium 64 sheet.
But
that's good.
What I've been... Oh, and Game Dev Story I got on my phone. I re-downloaded Game Dev Story.
Oh. Well,
because I felt like playing it.
Good.
It's a cheap looking game. So. Mm-hmm. What have you been playing, Tony? You've been playing catch-up.
Do you want to start with bad games first? Or
sure, let's go with bad to good.
Tomb Raider Underworld.
It's free!
It's free? No, it's not free anymore.
Is it not free anymore?
Not free anymore for PlayStation Plus users. Well, if it is, don't bother getting it. It's not good. It's funny because it borrows a lot of elements that Uncharted used from the original Tomb Raider games.
Yep.
And I don't typically have a big problem with that, but they didn't take all of the ideas. The aiming still is garbage. You can't shoot. There's no like manual aiming like in Uncharted is.
No.
Which is wild to see in a modern game like that. It's just like what was it, like L2 is auto aim and R2 is your shoot. So and then to shoot, you just hit R2. There's no aiming.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like the old PlayStation 1 games. And it worked then.
Yep.
Because that was, they didn't really figure out how to use the 2 analog sticks as they do now. But that hasn't evolved, even though some of the other parts of the game have evolved to look good as well. The character models for a downloadable game they're not the greatest, but it's still
not far for what you'd expect.
It looked okay.
Yeah.
But
I think that's why
I don't know. It's not good though.
I think that's honestly why that series needed a
reboot.
A reboot.
The new Tomb Raider game looks. Oh, I'll give it I won't give it a chance. I'll see what it looks like later on in 2012. But the first scene though the first scene is like, if you've never played a Tomb Raider game, and chances are you probably haven't played one in a long time, is an exploding mansion. And there's no context of where it is. And it's funny because you load up the game and it's loading the scene for the first level and it says, go to the extras menu to see the previous story. But you're already loading the game already. So there's no way to
go back,
explain it until you die or, you know, reload the game or something like that. And it doesn't, there's a lot of weird design issues in that game.
Her mansion gets burnt down all the time.
Yeah, anything she's in gets burnt down.
Yeah.
The second level wasn't too bad. It was almost a recreation of the first level in Uncharted 1 with the boats.
Oh yeah.
Except you're not shooting off the boats. You dive into the water. So it looks really cool, you know, for a downloadable game because you're swimming around this ocean and the sharks and you can... Guns don't work in underwater. I don't know why hers...
She's Lara Croft.
But...
Lara Croft.
But you're not shooting guns, you're shooting sharks.
Lara Croft.
Which is cool, because you get to shoot sharks, but...
Lara Croft.
Lara Croft apparently can do that.
Yep.
Yeah, the swimming stuff is not bad. It's got a neat little, not echolocator feature, but underwater you hit the button to reveal more of the map, and it shoots out this little bubble, and it kind of shows you what the geometry is of that area. Cool. Which is good for looking for stuff. And that's the good stuff. Because within like 5, maybe 10 minutes of me playing the game, I found 4 bugs. Like...
One of them broke his system.
No, 2 of them broke my system.
Oh, well, there you go.
Like, the first 2 bugs were, you know, regular. I couldn't get up on that wall because the geometry was weird, or her animations were, like, static or something weird. But one of the bugs, I opened the door, and the game, like, the system, like, froze. So I was like, okay, forgiven, reset. I gotta get past that part, fine. I get to some underwater cave after the boat scene, and I tried to climb up on a wall to get to, you know, to grapple onto something. I go through the wall,
sweet,
down,
and
the reset. And I was like, no, delete. I couldn't. If you can't get, it's just, and that's not it. That's not all, because like the geometry stuff in the game and the way that Lara Croft moves, it felt like it could have had a lot more work done on it. Because Uncharted 3 or Uncharted 2 did it too. But those games perfected the whole, like, running around and then grabbing onto stuff. Because it looked natural. In Underworld, it felt like it was all canned. Like, there's only one animation, or one set of animation for break open this pot with your legs, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then there's treasure hunting. And so, if you have it, I'd play it, I guess, but give it a chance.
We broke Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2-3 times yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We glitched that game out so hard.
Did you do the Final Fantasy VI sketch glitch too? I was reading about that the other day.
We beat one boss and the fire's supposed to like go away and we're like, maybe we missed one, but we were having fun picking up enemies and throwing them off the platform that we were on into the woods below, and that usually is supposed to kill them, so we figured we threw one down there, but he never actually died. So there's just this perpetually, like, falling bad guy somewhere. And we're like, oh, man. So we all stood in the fire till we died, which took a while because one of my friends was Wolverine.
Heal.
Yeah.
Dead. Heal.
Yeah.
Dead. Heal.
It's like 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 plus 8. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 plus 8. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 plus 8. We're like, oh.
You're Wolverine. Why did you pick Wolverine? Because he's cool.
Actually, they make you pick him right off the bat.
Oh, that's not as cool. So, Underworld, don't bother playing it.
I'm gonna try. I gotta try it.
Just try it. Give it a chance. You might like it.
For me, it was free.
My experience with it was not. It left me with sour taste.
Oh, that's what else I played this week too. Oh man, I did play a lot.
Sour taste?
No.
That's a game?
Marvel Pinball.
Oh yeah, that was free as well.
Yep.
I haven't downloaded it. I'll end up downloading it.
That was fun.
What is pinball, right? So
yeah,
it's fun. What else did I play? I played.
It's fun. It's fun for free. Don't pay for a pinball game.
Well, this is a full-size pinball game, like a full table.
Yeah, if you can find a table, by all means.
If that's free, I'll take 2.
Because the Marvel pinball game, you get it and you get 4 tables, 5 tables.
Yeah.
And then they're like, if you want to, you can buy more.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, it's pinball. You're not going to change it that much, right?
Their tables are quite a bit different, because like Spider-Man's, if you run it through this one thing, the Green Goblin attacks, and you get a pumpkin bomb that you have to launch back at him.
Oh, neat.
And then if you're playing Blade, you actually have to, like, you know, a guy pops up and you have to do a whole bunch of different stuff to defeat the bad guys. And Tony Stark's level, or Iron Man's level, he's actually Tony Stark. Until you
find the pieces of armor.
No, until you pin enough things, and then all of a sudden he transforms, and then you have to do some stuff to beat the bad guys on his table. So they're all different enough, but they're not worth paying extra money for more tables.
I blame Pokemon Pinball for starting the whole pinball and video game thing.
Yeah, but pinball games were on the computers ages ago. You've got Windows, you got like Cosmic, Astro Blaster.
Yeah, but they never started with like a franchise.
Oh, I know.
Pokemon Pinball started, which was amazing.
Yeah. Well, then
Rumble Pack.
And then they did Metroid Pinball
and then it just snowballed.
But at least Marvel, because the pinball games in the store, like in arcades, have always had themes.
Yeah.
Like you've always
Indiana
had your
Jones,
your Addams Family ones, just random pinball machines. So they're just
look for a pinball machine.
They're just switching those over to digital now because no one has a pinball machine. Like no one actually makes pinball machines.
Have you seen those really lame LCD pinball machines?
Oh yeah.
Those are the worst.
Yeah.
I hate those. You can't even shake them.
You can tilt in this game. It's on the controller, like with the 6 axis.
Are you allowed to tilt?
This much, like in all the other games where you can kind of like tilt it just enough, a couple times to save your butt, and then after that it's like tilt.
Oh, so you actually have to hold it.
You don't have. You actually have to like jerk it to tilt.
Oh, okay. So it's like.
Yeah, it's not like you're sitting there going.
I should just put it on the table and then just play like that.
Bing, 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 bing. Well, and I didn't know how to launch the ball at first.
Oh.
You actually have to like hold the button and like pull your controller back. And
oh, neat.
Yeah.
I might have to try that out. That looks neat.
Because I'm pressing the button, holding it down, and I'm like, why is this not working? And all of a sudden it juices up, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Motion.
Apparently you just have to hold X long enough.
Motion controls for the win.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. It's cute.
Either
who, sorry. Yeah. Keep going.
No, I don't. What else have I been playing? I've been playing a lot of handheld game. What was it? Pokemon I played earlier this week.
Yep.
I don't know. It's Pokemon. I don't know. I just had a sudden urge to play.
You get the urge to play it every once in a while.
Yeah. I was almost. I wasn't sure if I wanted to restart Black, because I don't remember where I am in the story.
I beat Black. I beat White.
Yeah.
And I know there's stuff to do after. I just don't know what it was. I had to find like these little sage guys, and they're hiding randomly around the world. And there's something else to do, and I'm like, and then you go online, and I literally typed in like, what can I do once I beat Pokemon White?
Mm-hmm.
And this thing comes up, and it's like online battling, this, that, like you get the Pokemon fanatic stuff, people. And they're like, this. What do you mean nothing to do after Pokemon? Like, all these people, like...
What to do, not what is... There's nothing to do. There's what to do.
Yeah. And you're just sitting there going, holy jeez.
You're not doing your EVs right.
Like, they just attack.
You're not doing EVs right.
Yeah, obviously.
IVs. EVs.
So, I was like, okay, I'm just going to put White down. I picked Diamond back up and threw that in for a bit. But yeah, Pokemon games are good for that, except for the... There was the one Pokemon game with the journal.
Gold Silver, I think, did that.
Because there was a couple of them with, I think, no, Diamond and Pearl have them too.
Yeah, Diamond and Pearl.
Because it was like, you did this the last time you played.
I like that.
And you're like, now I remember what I was doing.
You were en route this day, and then
and you beat this. Yeah. You beat this guy. You beat this guy. And
you beat this trainer. You picked up. You caught this Pokemon.
Yeah, congrats.
And Black and White don't do that.
Which boggles my mind. Why would you take a feature like that?
Maybe it's in there somewhere. It's not a pass. Maybe there's a journal in there.
That we just haven't picked up.
A journal item. Maybe. So good game.
Yes.
I think I'll start playing that again. I think the reason why I stopped playing my Pokemon game was it turned off my 3DS features.
Yes.
That's why I think I stopped playing it.
But
I want a street pass.
We couldn't street pass, and we couldn't.
We couldn't do any 3DS-y stuff. We couldn't do background stuff. Like this morning, I ran into a guy on the bus.
Oh yeah.
By street passing, and I don't know who the person is, and apparently he played Swap Note.
Oh cool.
He didn't give me any notes though.
Oh.
Loser.
Jerk.
So, I've been playing that. I've been playing Kane and Lynch 2, Dog Days.
And do you enjoy it?
It was a good game. It was a good, cheap little game.
Yeah, because we got it cheap.
So, I'm really confused on how the game is. I haven't turned my Wi-Fi on.
That's fine.
I'm still playing Pokemon. I can't figure out if it's a good game or just it's a mediocre game.
Mario Kart adds people, by the by.
Whoa.
Spot pass wise, not street pass.
So wait, what?
These are all people I played online in Mario Kart.
Like, wait.
They don't add any, like, there's no puzzle pieces, there's none of that stuff.
So you've almost reached me for street passes.
Not street passes, just people in my plaza.
Wow.
Like, my plaza population.
Because that's that's like my.
But my street pass tags are 110. But if you play Mario Kart online at all,
I haven't played it once yet.
Because that change. Like, I'm like, what are all these people doing here?
weird features of the games.
Yep.
Kane and Lynch 2.
Yes.
It's I can't decide if it's a good or bad game. The visual style of it is absolutely amazing.
Well, isn't there? It's like a camera.
It's like a camera. It's like a third, because you have Kane and you have Lynch, and then you have this third camera person that's kind of following you with a shaky cam. So if you have nauseous, tendencies,
quick.
or like you have motion sickness, probably not a good game for you.
Yep.
Even if you're just standing, because it kind of shakes when you're just standing. The game runs at 60 frames.
Oh yeah.
Oddly enough, it runs at 60 frames per second, but it hides it and makes it look like it's 30.
Oh.
Because anytime you move, you shoot, you reload, you do anything other than stand, the camera starts fuzzing up.
Oh, but that's just the technique for them.
Which is the filter that they use over the game.
Yeah.
And it makes it look really, really friggin' cool. What? It looks really, really good. And I don't know, and the shooting mechanics are, they're workable. They're not the greatest shooting mechanics. There's no grenades in the game, which is really kind of...
That's odd.
Which made me kind of, it boggled my mind, because...
Every game has grenades.
Every game, every shooter game
has
grenades on it. But their grenades in Kane and Lynch 2 are like gas canisters and like fire extinguishers that you grab and you throw.
Oh, and then...
Yeah, which is weird, because I'm not really spoiling the story, but you pretty much kill the entire Chinese army. Because there's a point in that game where I sat down and thought, I must have wiped out half the army of the Chinese military. And I'm two old dudes. Two old, hitman kind of thief dudes. And I've killed thousands of people. Or at least 700 something. Because it actually has a counter of how many people killed. And I killed 800 something people. I'm like, I killed a small battalion. You go around China and shooting things up, and it's an experience. Is what it is.
Yeah.
You might not like it, just because they throw the F-bomb a lot.
If it fits in the story, I really don't mind.
But I think it matches the characters, because that's
what the
characters are like. Because they'll be like, oh man, we got to get the F out of here. What the F?
See, I'm okay with that. It's literally like
and
if they use in one sentence, no period, they use the F word.
They do that once in a while.
1,200 times.
Well,
for no reason whatsoever other than to just use the F word.
It happens once or twice, but not liberally.
Yeah, because Duke Nukem, that was my issue with that one. Was you literally walk up to a guy and it's like, F, hey, F and blah blah blah, F F F F, and you're like, why are you swearing so much? There's not even other words coming out of your mouth. So.
And you might like it, you might not. It's up to you.
See.
You will see. The shooting mechanics, like I said, are solid. They're not. It's nothing to complain about. It does the whole regenerating health thing, which I found really helpful, because you get shot a lot, and you don't die. You just fall down real quick, and you're on the ground, and you can still shoot guys. And then when the area is kind of clear, you get back up into cover.
Yeah.
And then you do it again, and then you get shot. But the more you get shot, the more blood gets splattered on the screen, which adds to the filter effect. Yep. So it's really red, and you can't really do anything. So you're forced to just kind of chill while dudes are shooting at you. And it actually does cover surprisingly well for a game of this, it's not magnitude, because you think it's really bad cover systems, but if you're in bad cover, you will get shot. Oh, if they can see your head, they will shoot your head.
Well, that's good, because that bugs me in games where I'm obviously not hiding behind anything, and they're like, where did he go? And my gun's this far out of cover, and they're like, we can't see him, and I'm like, guys, literally, I have a sniper rifle, and the barrel is pointing out this far.
Or you're hiding behind a cover, and you can see his head.
Yeah.
Your head, you can see your head over the thing, and the guys can't hit you. Yeah. They'll hit you.
Oh, that's good.
So,
I like that.
It's a good game. I don't understand why waves and waves and waves of military trained people can't take down 2 old guys.
Because they're Kane and Lynch.
It is cool.
That's the whole point.
It's like looking back from the experience, it's really, really freaking cool. Like the story.
They're just that badass.
It's a badass, 2 old badass. It's like 2 solid snakes, except they don't. Oh, that was my biggest problem with the game, and it's not Kane and Lynch's fault. It's just action games in general. If you say let's sneak around this corner and you're primarily an action game, don't tell me to sneak around, because you can do cover mechanics, and that's the best cover you'll get. Like that's the best sneaky kind of thing. Because there's moments where like you're playing Crash. Oh man, the guards are coming on this side. Let's sneak around on the other side. But you're an action game. Yeah. When you jump over obstacles, it's an action jump. Yeah, and people will see you. You don't like. There's no like
stealth crawl around the thing.
Yeah, there's no crawl. There's like you don't like. There's no tacticalness over it. It's a shooter.
Yeah.
So like, and once they see you, you're screwed. It becomes an action game again.
Yeah.
There's no. If you're gonna put an actual stealth mechanic in your game, put actual stealthiness in it. Don't like put it in haphazardly. Like we have to be real careful, walk on the edge of the map so they don't see us, kind of thing. That's my biggest concern with the game.
I don't like it when they shoehorn stealth stuff in.
Yeah.
Because they did that. Not that it was a great game to begin with, but there was the Hulk game ages ago when the first movie came out.
Oh yeah.
And the Hulk levels were smash, bash, crash, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, we have to put Bruce Banner levels in here. And I'm like, no, you don't. That's what cutscenes are for. But they did. So Bruce Banner, the whole time, they're like, hey, you have to sneak into this lab and get some stuff. So you are now Bruce Banner hiding. And I'm like, okay, so if I get hit enough, I should Hulk out. No, you just die.
That's like that Superman game. Why does Superman die? Superman doesn't die. Hulk doesn't die.
You didn't fly through the rings enough.
Oh, you picked up the car.
fast enough time.
You picked up the car funny.
Yeah.
You became the car.
And the car turned into kryptonite and you die.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. That's it. Yep. That makes it.
Yep.
That's a dream sequence.
Yep.
It's bad. Nothing after that. I picked up some Shadows of the Damned.
Oh, yeah.
And
kept playing.
Yeah, I'm not bored of the game. I know it's a good game. It's just it was that moment where I was like, okay, I'm done with shooters, because I think I was just done Kane and Lynch at the time.
Oh yeah,
and
so
I was like, I'm all shooted out.
Yep.
And I went and played TF2, oddly enough, which isn't a shooter.
Yeah,
it's an RPG.
It's a weird.
It's a RPG shooter
game.
It's stat-based RPG shooter with hats.
With hats, it makes all the difference.
So the hats make the difference.
I think the multiplayer aspect of that makes a huge difference.
It's only multiplayer. Yeah. It's amazing. I haven't had a chance to play the Kane and Lynch multiplayer, which seems really neat. Because what it is, it actually emulates what happens in the story.
Yeah.
Where you're trying to steal money and stuff like that. I think you're a team of 5 or 6 or something like that. But you're a group of people, and you're trying to steal $4 million in 4 minutes.
Oh yeah.
And you steal the money, and you get to the van, and then that's it. That's the basic win.
Yep.
They turn friendly fire off.
Oh, no.
So, or they turn it on.
Yep.
So, you can backstab everyone.
And try and
grab the money for all yourself and run. But the catch is everyone else spawns as SWAT team members. So it's like, if you can get away with it, you better get away with it. Because you're not going to get away with it if you kill the entire team. So that's cool. That's a neat concept. I played the multiplayer demo a couple of months back, and I got destroyed. So that's why I didn't really feel motivated to play it.
Yeah.
There's another mode where it's like that, except one person is a cop. So the cop has to prevent them from getting the $4 million.
Right.
But at the same time, you want to also kill the people. So when someone shoots someone else, like backstabs them, it marks them as a traitor.
Mm.
But when the cop kills someone, it doesn't mark them as a traitor. So you wait until they're like around the corner, like, oh wait, there's no melee in the game, which is weird.
That is also weird.
There's no melee, which is funny because I watch Lynch melee people. I'm like, I want to do that. But yeah, like you shoot a dude and you don't be a traitor if you're a cop, and it's randomly distributed, between the match starts. So.
Huh.
Yeah, there's some weird problems in Kane and Lynch too, but at the same time, it does a lot of good things.
Yeah.
So, you might like it. It's a good $15, $20 game.
I was gonna say it was cheap too.
Yeah, it's not bad. And again, there is that movie that's supposed to be coming up, but not really. Bruce Willis is mostly in it. I don't know. He would make a good one of Kane or Lynch, either one.
Yeah.
He would make a good one of those two, either one.
And what else have you been playing?
TF2, nothing really.
Yeah.
I almost installed Mass Effect 2. Just to play it again before 3 comes out. Other than that, nothing.
I want to start
I've been playing the Wait for the PlayStation Vita game. I hate that game. I can't win it right now. I can't win it. It's too hard.
It's like a month and 9 days.
Month and some.
9 days.
That's soon. It's not soon enough. I gotta go to Best Buy and do that. So
Yes, you do.
I do, and then I'll be like, I'm excited for that. So yeah, that's all I've been doing. Although I've been playing a lot of games. I beat Kane and Lynch 2 in 2 days, so.
Oh, okay.
It's not a very long game. It's just very repetitive, so.
Well, but I think that's
kind of what they're going
yeah.
for. You can't really make that any depth, put any depth into that.
Yeah.
So,
news?
Get into this. This is what we do.
As we know, the Zelda timeline came out.
Yes.
I complained about it last
I
week.
really don't. I secretly think there's something hidden in there they haven't talked about.
I don't think so.
I'm a conspiracy theorist. So.
Yes, you are. But Nintendo's come out now. The producer for
Eiji Amura.
Yeah, Anuma.
No, we're not doing that.
Either way, he came out and he kind of went. We know there's some problems with the timeline.
Well,
but that's because we focus on gameplay and then story. We don't try and connect all of our games together in any way, shape, or form.
And that's what I always thought Zelda was like.
Me too. Me too. Like, I always thought there were some games that were connected, that were obviously connected.
Zelda, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
Yeah, and then you have the Super Nintendo Link and the Game Boy Link.
Yeah.
Like A Link to the Past and Link's Awakening, those were the same guy.
Yeah.
Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons. Well, same Link.
Same Link at the same time.
Yeah. Zelda 1 and Zelda 2.
Right.
Same guy. Like,
but I never I wouldn't.
I always kind of put them in pairs.
As a kid, I never thought that there was
this massive timeline.
Like, so, I left that to the big boy games at the time.
Well, and I mean, Zelda never seemed like a game that needed this.
It felt as
timeline.
As a kid, it felt like it was James Bond, because James Bond never really had any continuity.
Yeah.
Short of the last 2 movies.
Yeah.
Like they never referenced anyone else other than the main people.
And the Zelda games, because someone said it really well once, it's like someone's telling a story. Like, you know how stories get passed down and they change? That's kind of what someone's like, that's kind of what Zelda is the story that keeps getting told by different peoples as it changes.
Maybe it's one big story.
So, it's just so, like, this
compendium.
person... It's just a bunch of it's just like grim fairy tales. They just replaced all the people with Link.
That's brutal.
But they said that all of the, they said that yes, there's some issues and they know it. And so literally, I think someone for this this book that they did, the art book, someone's like at Nintendo going, you guys should really make a timeline, and they're like, oh, okay, fine, here. And they just wrote, because I honestly don't think that I don't think they even know. Unless they start making games in between other games now,
that's what I think they're
fit stuff in.
And that's my theory of like something happens between Ocarina of Time and that weird thing there.
So because like they said, because people are really analyzing this now.
Well, you put anything on the internet.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be like,
well, especially this kind of thing, and people are like, but in this continuum where it's supposedly the same Link, how does he not he meets Zelda here, and then 3 games later, he doesn't know who Zelda is anymore. And they're like, yeah, we know there's some issues there. And it's like, well, then don't make a timeline.
Leave it enigmatic and for fans to make, I guess.
Leave it for the fans to make up. So, either way.
That seems weird.
Nintendo has come out and said that they know they've screwed up a little bit. So, but that it's still the timeline. Yeah. They've just, there's some issues.
I think they're going to plot games in the middle.
Which would be cool. I'd be okay with that.
I'm 100% okay with it.
So, yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, we play Minecraft a lot.
Yes.
I know you play Minecraft a lot. I play Minecraft. I play it. I don't play it a lot. I play it Sometimes I wish I could make my own realistic buildings in the game. I think that'd be amazing, but now apparently people have finally made a Minecraft printer to print off your giant penises.
Yay!
If you don't,
if you don't already,
you have a giant penis
in your house.
I don't actually. Oh, I have one, but. But yeah, it's your houses. I know a guy who just built an entire village.
Oh yeah.
People have made westerns themed things. I would like to see people try and print off Enterprise. Because that's actually a 1-to-1 scale that the one guy made.
I know. So how does this printer work?
I think you send it to them.
Yeah.
And then they print it. Oh, it's like those CNC things, right? Have you seen those the MakerBots and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I think it's exactly like that. You send it to, or if you have the machine parts, you can just build it.
Huh.
You can go to MakerBot.com. I think that's what exactly this is a mod of that.
Crazy.
Because 3D printing isn't anything new. It's just the fact that people have finally established the link of Minecraft and 3D printing into one thing. And now you can kind of do anything.
So what happens if the guy prints out his printer that he made in Minecraft?
Printception? Mindception.
Whoa. Because there's a guy that did that. I watched a video and he literally had a printer in Minecraft.
Yeah.
So it would like send blocks down this thing and actually like print whatever he had wanted it to print.
Dude. I think printing.
And it was a 3D printer in Minecraft. So what if you printed the 3D printer from Minecraft with the 3D printer?
You get a printer printing a printer.
Black hole.
Printer printing a printer.
Oh god.
It's
infinite loop.
We are making Skynet, guys. This is Siri will run it.
Or Iris.
Iris. No, bad. You know what's funny? I tried using my stock iPhone's voice dialer.
Oh yeah.
And it worked perfectly on a loud bus. I said,
good.
call Derek, and it worked. I mean, I'm not texting him with it, but
yes.
It worked. It read me.
I haven't honestly tried anything, but
Iris.
It's Siri backwards.
I know. Okay. What do we do?
Pro. Whoa, no. E-speak.
Okay.
And then puts the beep.
Iris, text Tony. Hello. Oh. Hello. Say hello.
You say hello. I'll say goodbye.
Hello. Take it away.
It's talking to us.
Skynet has happened.
Hello, Iris. Oh God, it's clever. It's Cleverbot on my phone.
You can get Cleverbot on your phone. You know that, right?
I know. But this one was free.
Free Skynet.
Try to determine if this is a person or a computer. No. I'll not talk to you.
Siri
phone.
doesn't even do that. See, at least it's okay. So printer Minecraft, you can get printing giant wangs.
Golden wangs, thank you very much.
You have to get gold. You have to get golden printer for it. It looks relatively detailed.
Yeah.
Like I've seen the MakerBot stuff from Tested.com. So they do some really good MakerBot stuff, and they always pimp it.
That's crazy.
And I want one. Just it would get me back into Minecraft infinitely permanently.
Being able to print stuff off.
Yeah.
Build print.
And I'll build Lego pieces.
Yeah.
And I'll build my Lego pieces in Minecraft to print in my thing.
They're already doing Lego, Minecraft Lego.
Is that an official thing now?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I wasn't sure if that was a thing.
Yeah, if they could garner enough support for it, and of course, and you mentioned Minecraft and anything, and people are like, liked.
$5.
Yeah. So.
Cool beans.
Steam. We like Steam.
I love Steam. I'm on Steam constantly. Am I on Steam right now?
Well, last year.
I'm on Steam right now.
Last year they doubled their sales, more than doubled their sales.
Man.
So they came out 100% profit wise.
That's fantastic.
Well, they've done it again.
So now they're 300% or 400%?
So this is not this is not even the second time that this has happened. This is the 7th year in a row where they have hit 100%. Like they've doubled their profits from the year before.
I don't think Nintendo should get the tagline "It prints money." Steam should have that where it prints money, just like a Steam application that just ejects money into Gabe Newell's wallet.
Yeah, cause holy jeez. So no, I didn't want to. Yeah, that, there's. I don't want to start going into a lot of numbers, but
number me up.
But
100%. That's
100%.
That's a lot, and considering how big it is already.
Oh yeah.
They are incredibly.
Like eventually, it's gotta even off.
No.
But if you think of 7 years of nothing but doubling profit margins, holy jeez. And profit's profit. That's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
right?
That's after you've paid everybody.
Yeah. And I'm assuming at this point, like Steam doesn't need to. They don't need to charge royalties. I don't think.
I don't know how all that stuff works. So
They've got weird things. They do it successfully.
They do everything really well. So.
And you know what? I'm not complaining. Wow, that really is close. Speaking of Steam. We're still on Steam. We're Steam powered.
Woo!
Literally. SteamPowered.com. Steam breaks 5 million users online at the same time.
That is so nuts.
5 million. That is a small country.
Yeah.
That is or not even a small country, like maybe a small province or something. There's more people in Alberta online at the same time. That scares me. And we're on Steam right now. How many people are on Steam right now? Scroll up. A little down. Up again. There's a chart.
You're a chart. Oh,
4,323,533 people are online at the same time at this recording. And this isn't even like peak hour for Steam.
No, this is 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, like it's
a Friday.
Like coming, I can even see like this summer, like 10 million. I'm honestly saying 10 million people at the same time.
That'd be crazy.
And you know what? You know what contributed to that? Free TF2.
Oh, probably.
I totally 100% think that's why they got 5 million people.
That always makes me laugh when you tell people that TF2 is free to play.
And then you show them all the stuff that you have.
Well, no, but you literally.
It's so fun.
Like some people are just so you're like, yeah, they've heard about TF2. They're like, no, I should really try that. And you're like, well, it's free. Yeah, no. And you're like,
how? Do you not? The only reason why I can just see that justified is I don't have enough hard drive space.
I can see that. I can see if you've played it and you honestly didn't like it for whatever. Everybody has their opinion, but
you can change the game to what you want.
If you've never played it before
and it's
free, and all you've heard is good things.
Yeah. Let's go on Metacritic and see what TF2 is at. Honestly, TF2, you get it if you haven't.
Yeah. It's free.
Metacritic. I think on the review, because they ask you to do a review of a game that you own on Steam, I was like, TF2 is now free to play forever. And then some.
Yeah. Oh, look, that movie's doing a little better on Metacritic. It was at 34.
Yeah. I usually go to game rankings, but either way.
92.
Where's that? 92? Oh, there. Oh, the big green letters.
The big green letters, no big deal.
92% on Metacritic, which is, for a free game. You can't go wrong with a free game that's that good.
Especially, it's been out since 2007 and people are still playing it up the wazoo.
There's, you know what though? I think it's the Valve syndrome because I logged into Counter-Strike the other day to get the stupid Steam achievements for Cole. But I logged into Counter-Strike and holy Jesus, 64-player match in a Counter-Strike map. There's 64 players, 32 on each side. I'm like, how are you guys keeping track of where these grenades are going? I popped my head up for a split second. Headshot.
Oh yeah.
Well, what the hell?
That's why I stay hidden in games. I'll hide.
Yeah, but when you hide in Counter-Strike, you get rushed by 5 guys who know how to headshot you from 3 million.
Not if I hide well.
I'm a box. I'm
a tree.
Orange. I'm in an orange box. I'm in an orange box.
I'm in a DVD box.
Solid Snake style.
So many random boxes in that game.
So Team Fortress 2 is in Steam, 5 million. Does that surprise you?
No.
So amazing though.
Online at once.
At once.
That's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, that's like I think going into 2012, it's not a competition of how many registered accounts you have now.
It's how many people you can get online at
the same time. Because I think that matters a little bit more. Well,
and Steam does kind of cheat.
Yeah, because
any game you play through Steam, you are thus online on Steam.
Yeah, that's true.
So, because like a lot of people I know play World of Warcraft through Steam.
Can you?
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
How do you can buy World of Warcraft on Steam?
No, but you can throw it into Steam and then play it through Steam.
No, I think it only tracks in actual Steam games, not non-Steam games. Because you can add Microsoft Word to Steam and be like, I'm playing Microsoft Word on Steam.
Heck yeah!
Oh man, I'm totally writing this essay. I should do that.
You should. I'm playing.
No, I'll just write StarCraft 3. I'll write an app that says StarCraft 3 beta. See how many people I get. Be like, what the hell?
Diablo 12. Huh?
Blackthorn.
Blackthorn 2 HD.
HD remix. So I think that's on the same time playing games. I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's nuts.
No, it's fucking awesome. What's up? What else we got?
Do you like do you know of Bandai?
They make Gundam.
They I think that's Namco and Bandai together that make that.
Oh, okay.
Bandai's not having they didn't have such a good year.
Did they release one too many Dragon Ball games?
I think that's Namco too, just in association with Bandai. Cause this year.
Okay, what Bandai games are there specifically?
There's a list.
Okay,
I'll get there.
We'll get to that list.
There's
What's wrong with Bandai? What are they doing?
Thing on there. Either way, 2012 they're off to a rough start, so they're pretty much discontinuing the following games or media. So it's not just they do TV.
Oh right, they do.
Yeah.
Animes. That's right.
So anime wise, that's all they're doing. There's no games here actually, which is good.
I guess so.
If you like your Naruto and your Dragon Ball Z games.
I like neither of those.
So, anime, Go Sick, Ninjago, and Turn a Gundam are done.
Okay.
Manga, they've got a whole list of stuff that's gone. And
well, manga is, I think digital distribution has destroyed that.
So, Mobile Suit Gundam 001 is done.
Tales of the Abyss apparently had a manga.
Yep, and it's done.
Too bad.
Code Geass R2, which is a novel, they've also discontinued. So if things don't pick up for them, that just means they're going to just keep discontinuing more and more stuff.
Somehow if that leaks into video games, I don't think that'll be a bad thing.
It won't be, because that's all they really do is all the Dragon Ball Z and... Well, Naruto. People really like those Naruto games, though.
I know! The Ultimate Shadow 12 Ninja Edition.
But that's also, and I have to say, if you play a Dragon Ball Z fighting game, it's a fun game. But then they release one 6 months later.
With the same thing.
The exact same game.
Different story.
No.
They added Super Krillin.
Yeah, all of a sudden they'll be like, there's a twist to this story, and you're playing, and it's like, but Vegeta's attacking Earth, okay. And then you're like, where's the twist? And they're like, Krillin went left instead of right.
Right. No,
and you're like...
different color palette.
Yeah.
It's a different color palette. No, it's actually the same game because they were just doing...
So, because every once in a while, I really like those games.
They're not bad. I remember playing it on my Super Genesis, or not Super Genesis, but my Genesis.
Yeah, I
like 96.
The old ones were really good. I like those ones.
Those ones are amazing.
And even the newer ones, which come out like on the newer system.
I don't know, Tenkaichi.
I don't know what they're on now. Yeah, Budokai Tenkaichi 80,512 HD GX 51.
Over 9,000.
Yeah. So
they just need to release a Dragon Ball Z 9,000 edition.
Yeah.
I would totally buy that.
Because I bought one for my GameCube, I think. That was the last one I bought that game for. And I'm like, this is a fun game. And then they were like, here's another one. And I'm like, cool, more story.
Yeah, I don't...
Because in Japan and even in here, like even in America, there's the movies.
Yeah.
That are completely different from the show.
Sometimes they stick to the show, don't they?
They stick to the show, but
they're not...
They're actually like a well-constructed story, and there's not as much like, I'm going to fight you now. No, you're not, like, for 5 hours. They actually move things along, and there's fighting, and there's...
I think that's when the loses that's touch, because I think with Dragon Ball Z anyways, or Dragon Ball in general, that's the that's how they tell their stories. Extended long.
But the movies worked. Like, I love the movies,
like,
so I sit there thinking, okay, if I buy the next game in the series, then they'll probably start taking stuff from the movies and throwing it in a game.
I think what they need to do
same stuff.
I think what they need to do with Dragon Ball Z now is just trash everything that they have, and then not start from the beginning, but do stuff that has already existed. Because there's so much like Dragon Ball Z fiction out there. I don't know what's what anymore.
Oh no, me neither.
So if they start from, I don't want to say start from Dragon Ball, like the original Dragon Ball. Don't start from there. Like maybe just do the movies, like you say.
Yeah.
Do the movies because those are fine. Just play through the movies, or just one big disc with all the movies in like one game. Like you are this character in this scene in this movie. Go try and beat up Broly.
Well, because they add Broly to the fighting game, so you're like, cool, I'm gonna go through that movie because I saw that movie.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, and Revenge of Broly and
So I'm sitting there going, when they throw him into a game, I'm like, sweet, I'm gonna play through that storyline. It's like, no, all of a sudden he'll appear as like a random what if thing during the Frieza saga.
No.
And you're like, what?
So I think they're just tripping over their own fiction at this point.
Well, and that's just for the games because they're like, well, we don't want to go into too many. Like, we're gonna stick to the same basic like. Vegeta comes to Earth, like the Saiyans come to Earth.
Yeah.
They go and fight Frieza, and then Cell shows up.
I don't understand.
And then if they want to go a little bit further, they'll do the Buu saga, and then they're like, okay, we're done.
They should just stick to something that they want to do, and then just kind of go with it,
or just make a straight up fighting game. You don't even have to.
Yeah, make a fighting game again. I really. They should do what Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter did.
Yep.
Just go back to what made those fighting games amazing.
Just come up with a game that's just Dragon Ball Z, arcade mode, like.
Dragon Ball. They don't even have to put Z on it. Just put Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And then put, like, just do what Tekken Tag Tournament does and put everyone in one game and see what happens.
Yeah.
No, don't worry about balancing this. You can worry about that later in beta testing.
Yeah. Like, so either way, if it does spread over to the video game thing, I don't think we'll be seeing a major problem.
I think...
TV-wise, you might lose a couple anime shows that people really enjoy, but...
Sure. People.
Certain people, not...
I do know a few of those people.
Everybody knows.
Unfortunately.
And
I've broken out of that phase.
Yes.
I used to be like super like, yeah, I love anime, and then they started really not being good.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, this drug is bad. It's like how you got off Warcraft.
Yeah.
Except I will never go back.
I did.
You wanna talk about that real quick?
No, I'm back.
You wanna talk?
I haven't actually really. I got on.
You haven't really left before, but.
I got on. It's actually it tells you how long you've been gone. 6 months.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. Did it make you feel bad about it?
No. It's not like we fit. I haven't seen you in 2 years and 3 days.
You're fat.
You've gained some weight.
I'm a girl. You're fat.
I
love
no,
that.
so you kind of get, because it tells you like the last time you logged on, so it was 6 months ago. So I took a 6-month break.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally logged on. I ran one dungeon. This one guy raged on our entire party, so I quit the party. I ran another dungeon. We did totally fine. And then I'm like, I'm done. Like, I'm not...
It's not... I think you're just waiting for the Pandaria stuff, right?
I'm waiting for that, and I'm waiting to see what some of the next patches bring. And I'm trying to slowly get my armor up, because there's the raid finder now, so I can actually do high-end raids.
Is that a new thing that they added? Okay.
Because they added dungeon finders last expansion, which you didn't have to sit in a city anymore and be like, looking for a group for this. And it's like, okay, so then you'd find a group, like, someone would be like, yeah, I'm running that. So you go into the group and they look at you and they're like, yeah, your armor, not good enough.
Okay, thanks, bud.
So what Blizzard did was they're like, okay, they added item levels to all your items. And if your item level was high enough, you could queue up for certain dungeons. And then once you got once it found a tank, a healer, and 3 DPS, it'd be like, teleport you all to the dungeon.
I think DCU does that. DCUO.
I haven't run a thing yet in DCU.
Well, I think I'm just going through the way the Scarecrow thing went.
Yeah.
Because like it queued me up into one.
Yeah, and then it just. Boop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so that's what they did for their dungeon finder, and then everyone's like, well, can you do one for raids? Because.
Raids are pretty important, especially in
story-wise, they're really important because that's where all the big bosses are.
Yeah. So
they're like, can you do it for raids, please? And they're like, well, it's kind of harder to balance a raid.
Yeah.
And, except, I think World of Warcraft has gotten to the point where it's so simplistic now.
Yeah, because you're saying, like, you can easily get to, like, level 80 in, like, a week.
Oh, you can do it, but, like, they literally, you go into a dungeon, there's a dungeon journal now. You click on that, it gives you all the bosses, how to beat them, like all their different phases, and what they drop.
Because you showed me that, and that sounds so weird.
And when they said they were adding a dungeon journal, I'm like, that's kind of cool. So when you fight something, you can actually add your own notes. Like, that's what I thought they were doing when they said dungeon journal was something like that a guild could put together, like, amass, like, a wiki of, strategies.
You think it's a community created.
Yeah.
Which, wikis are, like, the wiki things are really good. Like, TF2's not bad.
Yeah.
DC.
So that's kind of what I thought it'd essentially be, is if you were in a guild, you could click on, like, a guild kind of dungeon companion and start adding, like, okay, when it gets to this point in the boss, remember to do this. Before going into a fight, remember to do this.
Yeah, it's funny to see a company like that, like Blizzard, do that.
And Blizzard's just like,
totally like,
no, here's how you beat the game.
They're really they're community-based and stuff like that, but they don't really acknowledge the wiki stuff that Valve does. Because literally, there's a button in the TF2 one, in TF2, where if you click it, it says TF2 Wiki. You click it, web browser pops up, and it's the community-built wiki.
Blizzard does something on their website with their item finder thing.
Okay.
Where you can click on it, and it doesn't go to a wiki, but it goes to, like, Alakazam or one of those sites that tracks the, items and stats and where they drop from. So it actually goes to one of those.
Okay, so that's not so bad.
They're good. They're good about that. It's just their community's so dumb sometimes is the issue.
I think maybe the proportional.
Yes, that's the issue of having like 11 million subscribers.
Yeah.
Is that you have a lot of idiots.
Yep.
And unfortunately, idiots are a lot louder. Because
they write in caps. They yell at you because you're not doing something specifically this way.
And they changed the forums a while ago that you could actually like downgrade a post so it would it wouldn't even appear.
Oh wow.
Well, like it would appear. It would be like yay big, and you could click on it if you wanted to read it. But unfortunately, when you're having a discussion, and you're trying to counter argument, counter some arguments, the arguments are coming from the idiots. So you're still trying to make your point, but you need to read the idiot stuff to actually be like, okay.
Well, it seems counterintuitive. Like it on paper.
Like you're downgrading it, but then you still have to open it up and read it anyways.
At that point, I'd be like, I don't even want to waste
because
time
otherwise an entire thing is, this is my idea, and this is how I'd like it to work, and then you have the constructive people going, that's kind of cool. Here's how
you can make it better. Or
so you have all of that, except to make something better, you honestly need criticism. And except now all the criticism is yay big. And so if you read
if you post something on the forums, this is more like, and you go blah 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 blah, this is really dumb blah blah. Like, do you get filtered or do you get like a tag going like idiot tag?
No, you won't get an idiot tag. But you can actually now block people on the forums so that their thing will like. If there's a guy that literally just goes into every post and trolls, you can block him, so all of his stuff will only appear as that tiny little thing. So if you feel like reading it, you can. I feel like a laugh click,
I feel like I should read this somehow.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
So that's an offshoot of what we were talking about, but Bandai going down.
Anyways.
More exciting news.
Very exciting news. I like exciting news, especially when it involves death threats. We haven't gotten those yet. We're working on it.
One day.
One of those days we'll get the letter in the mail. Yeah. We'll frame it. Ninja Theory has been in hot water with their Devil May Cry remake. And I know you haven't really played a lot of the Devil May Cry stuff, but you're familiar with the series.
I'm familiar with the series.
So you're familiar with it. So you know that they're taking a little bit of a different change towards it.
They are, but
they're really going out of their way to say this is really not, Dante either.
This is a completely
Yeah, it's a new Dante. It's not, Capcom still has their thing. Ninja Theory is just doing something else.
Yeah.
But apparently, people decided to send some death threats to Ninja Theory in regards to their change of Dante. And I'm going to stop you right there because you're probably yelling at me. I don't really care. I like this new Dante. I like him.
You know what?
I'm not saying I don't like the other one either. I like that one really. Like the white-haired Dante, he's cool. But this is I like different adaptations of things.
I was going to say, I think it would be way different if they were literally scrapping the old Devil May Cries.
Yeah, and then saying, we're going forward with this new Dante.
Forever and ever and ever, never going back.
Because there's still that whole, like, oh man, we were supposed to make a Devil May Cry for the PSP.
Yeah.
That never happened, so it'll probably be for the Vita eventually. But, guys, this is nothing to try and kill someone over.
Yeah, nothing. It's honestly not a death threat worthy type thing. They're not trying to take over a country or, be evil. they're trying to make a good game for.
And it does look good because I've seen the trailers for it. Yeah. It does look really neat.
It looks different, and I
like different.
People don't like change.
I love change. I want to see change all the time.
I'm not a person who. It depends on what it is with change, but honestly, with my video games,
new is better. New is always better.
Most of the time.
I don't know. Yeah, most of the time. We'll see what I mean. At this
game, one looks good. Like that.
And I've played Devil May Cry, and at the very core, the trailers from what I've seen in this game still looks like Devil May Cry. You still are doing your crazy combos. You're hitting people up in the air. You're grappling them with chains, and you're doing crazy combos.
They're just going with a different story.
It just looks differently, and at the end of the day, I think it's the narrative that really shines, that makes things a game, a game, which is why I enjoy Kane and Lynch too, because it felt kind of compelling at the end.
Yeah.
So, don't kill anybody over. It's not Devil May Cry. Don't. It's gonna be good. Just trust me. Honestly, it'll be good. And it's Ninja Theory. Heavenly Sword was fine.
Yeah.
Enslaved was it was great. It's not amazing, but it was good. This is a huge step for them. Honestly. Okay, what do we got next? We're bulleting through this.
Yes. You like Firefly, right?
A little bit.
Just a tad.
I'm a little also. I can confirm that.
We're kind of addicts of a slight degree.
I can confirm that.
Yeah. Either way, they were working on a Firefly MMO.
Ooh.
Ages ago, using the. Give me a second. The Multiverse platform.
Which works on which platform?
Which would be a PC game, except it was not viable as a business model, like profit-wise. They would not be able to make money, apparently, off of a Firefly MMO using said engine.
You would make money off anything that says Firefly.
Mm-hmm.
I'd buy 5 of it, even if it's an MMO.
I'd buy it for all my, friends! Either way, the story kind of popped up, saying that the Firefly MMO is done. They're gone. And as we've reported before, there's a fan-based MMO for Firefly being developed. So when I read this, I kind of went, oh man, finally they kind of gave up.
Yeah.
They have not given up. Firefly Universe Online, still going. The official Firefly MMO is now officially dead.
So that
I thought it died ages ago.
So
it was put on hold in 2008, and we haven't heard anything since.
So that means there must be some sort of resources or assets that this other universe can, or this other game can, salvage somewhere. No pun intended.
I think they already had. Honestly, when the Firefly Universe Online game by the fans was being made, I just expected that they had found, someone had given them code.
Mm-hmm.
For the old game, going we don't care, we're not using it anymore. Have our, whatever. But no, apparently this company was still developing the game.
I would like to see what came out of it, and this is really kind of an offshoot to side space science, space stuff. The Stargate of something Alliance. I can't remember what it was called. First Alliance or something like that. Stargate Alliance. It was the first-person shooter Stargate game for Stargate SG-1.
That'd be cool.
With all the characters from the show SG-1, except that got canceled in 2005 or something like that. But it was only now that somebody actually has a copy of the alpha code.
Oh, cool.
And is releasing content this is what that game actually is. It's a thing. So I want to see what this stuff is. What they had built for this Firefly MMO.
So now your only thing is now with the Firefly Universe game is that other fan-based projects, a lot of them are getting shut down this day and age.
I hope not.
So and I have
a lot of time into it.
And I know these guys have been putting a lot of time, and it's all volunteer work because they're going can you guys we need sound people. Can we get sound people?
I can put 2 hands together. Great, just do it. Let's go.
Yeah. Ching, 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 ching. So
what'll that sound be? We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, we'll figure it out after. So No, and they put a lot of work into this.
Yeah.
I mean, there's...
I remember watching it, and it wasn't that good looking, but now it looks decent.
Well, the website's all pretty now.
Yeah.
Like, they've really put some work into this. So...
It wouldn't be the first time we saw, like, a fan project.
So it looks like there's more information coming February 29th of this year.
So that's the leap year for you guys.
Yes. So yes, the leap year day. There's supposedly more news coming, or a trailer or something. So that's cool, and I mean it's fan based, and honestly, a fan based thing like an MMO with private servers. If you can get the code out there, eventually people can just start playing the game.
Yeah.
So even if they do a cease and desist thing, they might have to shut down the website.
Yeah.
But the code will just slowly leak its way through the internet.
Yes, but especially because technically they weren't really making any money off of it, right? So
they weren't making money. They had a business model that had no profit.
I think that's if they ever get slapped with the order of don't do this anymore. I think they can use that to their advantage.
Maybe
because they're not making any money off it. This is just
they're making absolutely zero money.
They put as long as they put the disclaimer on the front of this is like non-profit.
Yep.
Whatever. Because there's that one fan film for Metal Gear, Philanthropy, which is like a 30, 45 minute fan film for Metal Gear Solid, and it even got Kojima's stamp of approval of like yes.
Yeah.
Guys, do this because it ended in a cliffhanger. I know you probably didn't watch it, but I've been waiting forever to watch it, and it was really good for what it was. But like in the beginning of it and at the end of it, it said non-profit, guys. Here's Metal Gear.
Yep.
In the fan film, and you know what? A lot of people do fan stuff for Firefly too, for videos.
Oh, totally.
There's a lot of movies out there, and some are really well done.
Yep.
So, hopefully this one won't get shut down. I know Chrono something. Someone wanted to re-release Chrono Trigger in a 3D engine, but I can't remember what it was called.
Oh yeah, and they got cease
down.
And desist.
Yeah, which was weird because I think that was non-profit too.
Yeah, but then it's messing with the brand, which is the big thing. That's like that guy who made that StarCraft MMO within StarCraft 2's map maker, and he's like, World of StarCraft, and they're like, no, that's our name, you can't use that, and he's like, I'm not making I made a map.
Chrono Resurrection is what it was called.
Yeah.
Cease and desist. 2004 is when this happened. And had a trailer and everything.
In-game screenshots.
Oh my gosh.
Like they got far.
I would have totally played that.
Yeah. So, hopefully it doesn't come down to that.
Hopefully not.
But we'll wait and see. So, and I mean, I keep keeping my eye on the Firefly Universe Online website. So.
Mm-hmm. And you can follow them on Facebook.
Yeah, you can follow them on Facebook and who knows what else. But yeah, so the official game is now dead.
It's on board.
Yay!
Yeah.
Official game's dead.
I
thought it was dead 4 years ago.
Yeah,
so.
that's why this project started.
Yeah. So.
Oh right, that's 3 fingers. I'm still getting used to my new operating system.
What else do you...
Well, not really a video game thing.
I've got one more video game thing. Do you want me to go with that?
Okay.
Okay. Most pirated game of 2011 for the PC.
Bet it was a first-person shooter.
It was!
Oh, man.
Crysis 2.
Crysis 2. That's not on... It's funny, it's not on Steam.
Maybe that's the issue.
No.
Crysis 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Battlefield 3, FIFA 12.
I did that. Sorry. No, I didn't. I don't download games.
That's so odd to me.
No. Europeans all did it.
I get the point of FIFA. I know people like those games.
The Europeans did it.
But pirating one, I don't get it. And Portal 2 was the last one on there.
I'm surprised Portal 2 didn't make it up there.
I think people supported Portal 2 though.
Oh right.
On the Wii, they got some other ones.
Yep.
Super Mario Galaxy 2.
What are the numbers here though? Because it's not very high for the Wii.
No, it keeps going down the more systems we go through. Like the PC, it's in the millions.
Anyone with a computer can find it.
It's in the millions. Super Mario Galaxy 2 was 1,280,000 people pirated Super Mario Galaxy 2.
I still have to play that.
Mario Sports Mix was second. Xenoblade Chronicles, which we weren't originally getting in North America, which is why people pirated it.
See, that's the only logical one, I think, on that list.
Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, ironically.
Pirates.
Padum pum. And FIFA 12.
Again. You guys love your sports games, apparently.
And Xbox 360, apparently.
Gears of War. Is it the
Gears of War 3, 890,000. So they didn't even hit 1 million people pirating. So.
How many people pirated the PlayStation 3?
None. So.
0. Unless you
other
did the
platforms
weird
were not
hack.
included due to the relatively low numbers.
Unless you managed to do that weird USB hack.
They're difficult to track pirating games on PS3 because they're downloaded directly to the system.
Mm-hmm.
So, instead of actual lack of pirates through actual going to the computer, burning it to a disk and throwing it in, or burning it to something else, it goes straight. You can hack your system and go straight into that. Yeah.
With the weird backwards USB.
So it's hard. So the PS3 is still getting hacked. They just can't count, or pirated. They just can't count numbers.
Yeah, it's almost no good. I would even almost say it's the most one's 1,000.
So they just can't count numbers. So Gears of War 3, Call of Duty Modern
Warfare. I thought that was based off of the torrent itself.
I'm assuming so.
Whatever.
So I don't know. Okay.
Okay, so it really doesn't really fall into video game. It doesn't fall into movie, but it just falls into everything.
You always have to love when a Star Wars movie.
I love it when Star Wars things. I love it when Star Wars things happens, right? So as you may have already known, Star Wars Phantom Menace is coming out in 3D. I think it's February or something like that.
Yeah.
In 3D, which I'll probably watch it.
I'm gonna try finding it in 2D.
You're not gonna find it in 2D.
I can.
The reason why it's in 3D is so that it's in 3D. Everyone's seen it in 2D.
Yeah, but I want to see it in 2D again.
You don't want to see it if you're gonna see it in 2D, you're not even supporting it in 3D.
No.
We're never gonna get 4, 5, 6 in 3D.
No, I just want them regular on the big screen, like Raiders of the Lost Ark was.
And in case.
Anywho.
To promote this on this auspicious occasion,
yay!
A European French fast food restaurant has decided to release a Darth Vader burger, which includes a black bun.
Yeah, the rest of the burger's normal.
Now, are you?
I'll post a picture.
You want a picture on the side, real quick? Okay, it'll be right
in front of his laptop.
It'll be right
here,
right here. That's your borders.
So gross.
So, it's a burger. It's black. And okay, I'll read the thing here. It's a place called Quick.
Okay.
So it's not even a McDonald's or anything like that. A Jedi Quick Darth Vader, spelled with an O by the way, not E.
Oh, those Europeans.
Comes with a black hamburger bun. The burger, named for the French translation of Darth Vader, will be available January 31st until March 1st. This is not healthy, guys.
There's no way that much food coloring is healthy for you. That's food coloring.
Unless that or it's just really moldy. It's purple ketchup all over again, guys.
Yeah, purple ketchup was gross to me too.
I enjoyed it once I got through the fact that
it was purple because it's just ketchup.
Yeah, past the color.
Yeah.
And past the fact it was $10 a bottle.
Yeah, well, because all that food coloring costs a lot of money.
I feel as if I need to eat this, just to say that I did it.
No.
It's something you say to your kids I ate a black hamburger bun before. Have you?
Yeah.
A third themed burger with a red tinted bun intended to invoke Darth Maul of the Phantom Menace chronologically. Well, they're making a red one. There's no picture of it, but they're making a red one.
Oh man.
They're making a red one.
Oh.
Sorry, French guys, people. We know you. We know you're there. You watch us. We're not in English. S'il vous plaît. Is that grammatically?
No, not at all. Okay. You're good to go. Don't worry about it.
Si no l'anglais, porque. I would try this. I would. You can't say that. Okay, you wouldn't.
I would not eat a black burger. I could not eat a.
What about a red one?
Nope.
What if the green one was Yoda?
Still couldn't.
Yeah, there's a Yoda one.
There's a Yoda one.
It looks like a burger.
But it's just it's just a burger.
It looks like a regular burger. Maybe a little extra onions, I guess, but because Yoda's oniony or whatever. It looks like it's kind of spicy.
Yeah, it's got a little chipotle kind of sauce looking thing going and some spice in the cheese.
Yeah. So it's spicy like the dark side.
Ugh.
I would try it.
No. I like. See, I'm picky. I've always been picky about my burgers, so that's.
Well, you are maybe. That's just
even
extra,
worse.
This is just extra picky coming out of you, right?
Because like I used to order my burgers plain because I did not want anything on like my burger.
Right.
And then I'd put like ketchup on.
Right.
And that is how I literally have cheese, burger, bun, and eat that.
Like Fuddruckers, right? Like Fuddruckers they make in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And that's why I liked Harvey's so. That's why I like Harvey's so much is because they cook the burger,
and they do it in front of you.
And then you add the stuff. Yeah, like they literally just like you go that, and that, and they're like K. Because I used to go to places and I like tomato and I like lettuce on my burgers. Mm. But when you go to a McDonald's and you go, hi, I want a, cheeseburger, just tomatoes, just lettuce.
Yeah, they won't do it.
Well, no, they will, but they just scrape everything else off. And and just wrap it back up. So the pickle taste is still in there, the mustard's still in there, like everything's still in there, and you're like, not what I ordered. So that's why I always used to order plain. So I think that's just coming back to my preteen years of when I was like, whoa.
See, I would try this.
I couldn't.
But it's to say that I did it.
I ate a Darth Vader burger.
Vader burger.
No.
So for your French people, if you're into that stuff,
oui, très bien. Don't do it again.
You can consume a black burger and apparently a red one for
Darth Maul. Just in case the black one wasn't appealing enough.
Maybe it tastes different.
No, it's just food coloring. It wouldn't taste any different. And that much food coloring is really not good for you. That's why when you add food coloring to something, they say add 2 or 3 drops because you don't want to add more than that because it's bad for you. It's not just because it will overcolor something. It's not good for you.
Your body's going to be like, no, what's going on with this?
Yeah.
It's extra black going from.
When your body filters things, it's like, man, that's a lot of fake stuff.
Yeah, you have to realize it's just because it changes the color of the food doesn't, it doesn't change, that doesn't it. That's why people are allergic to, orange food coloring sometimes. Yeah. Because it's the orange pigment that...
There's chemicals in there.
They can't digest that pigment.
Yep.
And yes, I know a few people who are allergic to orange food coloring. So, don't eat a blackberry.
I know a few people actually who are allergic to the fake watermelon flavoring. It's all chemical stuff.
I could be allergic to that because that's just weird. I'll still drink my watermelon Slurpee, but whatever. I can see that.
TV, movie stuff?
Yeah, we'll flip it over.
Okay.
How many do you got?
2.
2? Okay, I got 2.
Okay.
2. Well, this is...
You like Community, right?
A little bit.
Just a tad.
Just a little bit.
Tony was very upset when
I'm a little distressed about its pause in this.
Robert Greenblatt.
Who's this guy?
He's the president at NBC.
Okay.
He came out to talk to journalists and say that Community is not being cancelled. Because a lot of people are worried because it just disappeared. As we have previously talked about.
Even the actors are confused.
Yeah, it just all of a sudden it was just not on the fall schedule.
Yeah.
Or the winter schedule.
This coming up.
January schedule forward.
This one right now.
Yeah, so it was put on hiatus without actually being put on hiatus. They're just not showing the last half of season 3.
I guess 6 or so episodes.
But Community is not being canceled. It will definitely be back. This is a quote. I failed to explicitly say when it will be. Say it will be back. I wanted to dispel any notion that it's just quietly disappearing from the schedule. So he knows that there's a lot of fans out there, and that it's an important show, and he.
Yeah, but the fact that they're saying that it's not performing as much as it is.
Well, the ratings were low, but honestly, it's up against Big Bang Theory.
And I'll be honest. I'll be frank. You should really find a way to calculate how many people download it. For everyone to figure that out.
Unfortunately,
that doesn't make any money.
It doesn't make the money, which is the biggest.
I'm a president.
Because I think if a lot more places made online viewing available, and through their website.
City TV has been pretty good. City TV is a local channel for us.
Yeah.
But you can get an app for your iPad.
Oh, okay.
Which they stream the latest episode of something.
Which is great, except here in Canada, NBC.com, you could go and watch Community.
Yeah.
And you'd have the ads on the side, and you'd have a couple commercials in between the show. But you could watch it, and it's in HD on the thing, and you don't have to download it. Just streams.
But it's region locked.
Except here in Canada,
region,
we can't watch those.
And which goes right back to the whole Netflix is different from you guys thing in the States.
And so when they try and count numbers, like, you sit there going...
Like, even when we watch it on our TV box, it doesn't add to the ratings because we don't have the Nelson box on our systems.
They do they can count Canadian numbers off of satellite boxes and digital boxes.
Okay, that's good.
But it doesn't, the Americans don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. They won't add that number.
No. And I'm not sure if they count, like, people who actually watch online. Like, if people go to NBC.com and watch the show, I'm not sure if they count how many people do that. Because there's a lot of companies that don't. They're like, digital? What is this internet?
I think once they see the part where free, and not, or the part where, like, they don't need to pay money to digitally distribute it, like, the cost of it, I think it'll be more appealing once they've realized that is a thing. It just
boggles my mind that it takes them that long. Because there was a guy, and this is going into a different kind of topic, but a guy with a ebook. Mm-hmm. He's a new author. He put out his book, hardcover, got it published. So it's in a bookstore, $34.99, which is a standard price for a hardcover new book. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, we want to do an ebook. Will you let us put your stuff on
on Amazon.
On Amazon or on whatever, however people get their stuff. And he goes, yeah, totally, because that'll just get me more readers.
Yeah.
And so they put it on,
the app, the Kindles.
They put it on, Amazon or whatever distributor they were using. And $33.99.
It's slightly cheaper.
For the ebook. So the author went to them and he's like, what the heck? And they're like, what? And he's like, my ebook's $33.99. That's $2. That's like $1 off the hardcover novel version. Well, it costs money to do that, And he's like, there's no paper involved. There's no, like, production lines involved. You literally had to take the stuff that was, like,
digital. It's probably even digitally sent to them.
Yes. So everything that was typed to print for the printing process.
Like, you don't have to ship it anywhere.
You literally just had to, like, put it into a PDF format and... So I'm like,
I think the
so the author was pissed. So a bunch of these book publishers are doing the same thing. They are all of a sudden discovering this magical thing called the internet.
And releasing a PDF. Because I think the Kindle Fire, and not Kindle Fire, but the Kindle bookstore, it's a little bit more dynamic than just a simple PDF.
Oh, it is.
So I think there's a little bit of formatting involved, but not
something that's...
It's nothing to break the bank over.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Because half that work, I think, is pretty much...
It's automated. I think it's even automated.
And half that work you could probably do while actually doing the printed version of the book.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have an editor. I realized that. And you have to have, like, people doing stuff for your book.
It's the same book, essentially.
Essentially, yes. So all that paper that is costing money, and the covers that cost you money... You're no longer printing, which means you don't have to run the machines that print them as much, which means you save money on energy, which means you save money on all this stuff, which means you can charge less for the online version. Like,
that's like digital copies of video games. Same thing.
Yeah.
Like a $30 game on stores will probably be about $25. Yeah. Maybe $20 on the digital store. Yeah. And specifically with the Vita coming out, it's gonna look really, really appealing.
So. I don't know. But either way, Community's coming back.
Yay, eventually.
At least for the rest of Season 3. It still has 12 episodes left.
12? That's still a lot of episodes. Who knows?
They don't know what it'll take to get a Season 4. They don't know how their new shows are going to perform.
Honestly, I'd be okay if it ended, though. But as long as it's a good end.
Except, unfortunately, I think...
Like, they all graduate.
I think the fact that they've probably... finish most of Season 3 will not have a good ending. Because they're not expecting an ending. Because, everybody was surprised by this. So.
Yeah. Unless they went back and did some retakes or
you guys, the community could honestly pull what Chuck did and just start raising money for the show.
Yeah.
Through, for charities and stuff. Like, he raised money for...
Yeah, but NBC won't let them do that, though.
Well, what's Chuck on?
Chuck's not on NBC, is it?
I thought it was on NBC. I never know.
Well, they didn't... Did that happen with Chuck, though?
Yeah, Chuck almost got canceled, and people started buying Subway sandwiches and donating, money to cancer or something. And it brought the show back for another season, and we had to do it, 12 times. NBC.
Okay.
Well, start buying Subway, community fans. Talk to some Chuck people, because they know how to do it.
Anyways, go best of luck.
Yeah, best of luck, community.
Best of luck to you, community.
So,
like clockwork, and the fact that now we have no, Halloween Saw movies to look forward to.
Gotta do something else.
Someone's got to pick up the slack. So Paranormal Activity, now a franchise, no less, is announced the fourth one for 2012.
Yay! I still haven't seen the third one, which I actually want to see.
Hey, look, it's a ghost story with a shaky cam that South Park ripped off. So it's, I don't know. What do you feel about Clockwork when it comes to movies? I don't like this at all.
It depends on the movie.
It depends on the movie, but the fact that they're just churning out what was initially supposed to be
a one-hit,
maybe even two movies.
Yeah.
It's now spanning into.
I kind of like what they did for. Like they did 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1
and
and 2.
They connected the stories really
well.
well.
And that was really good.
And then the third one, they're like, "Okay, we're gonna do a prequel," and I'm like, "Interesting."
But
I don't know how far you can go with
that.
Though.
How far will the fourth one take place in the far future?
Well, it could take place after the second movie.
No.
Because stuff happens after the second movie.
Yeah, but it's just her like running around going, "Wow, crazy ghost."
Yeah, but that's what we thought happened after the first one, and then they're like.
That is what happened after the first one.
Well, technically.
Because ending the first first
one ended
the second one. So.
But the first one ended, and it popped up, and it goes, and the thing was missing and never found again, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the second movie pops up, and the first movie happens, and then you get like that last 10 minutes, not even.
Yeah, which is the ending of the first movie.
Right, but yeah, so all of a sudden she disappears and she shows up somewhere.
I don't think.
So she goes away again, and they're like, something happened, and you're like, okay,
so I think maybe if we watched Paranormal Activity 3, then
maybe something pops up.
Maybe we'll do that. That's the thing.
But
I don't like it when it happens like this, especially so close.
I think it just gets stale faster.
That's the thing, and especially with a movie like Paranormal Activity, the way it's like built. It's so one track. You can't really veer off of it. You can't say like, oh, by the way, it's not off of the Handycam anymore. It's an actual film.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Then you lose the charm of the film.
Because Blair Witch tried that.
It didn't work. It did it for like half the movie.
I did not like Blair Witch 1 in the first place.
I never liked any of those movies.
And then they're like, Blair Witch 2, and I'm like, this looks like an actual film. And they're like, yeah, they got money, so they didn't have to do it with that stupid Handycam thing. And I'm like, but that was the whole niche thing for...
Exactly. That was the thing with 2 and 3, is they got money, and it looks good. It looks really good.
Yeah.
But the thing, and I said in my Paranormal Activity 2 review, is the fact that there's almost no room for this series to grow.
No.
So my concern is, would a fourth one even be worthwhile? Would it even be scary anymore? Would it, like...
I think they've got the scaring down, at least for me.
Well, it's all just like pop scares, and I know that some people enjoy that.
I dig pop scares.
But I like thrillers, like, oh my god, that means this entire movie he's been this ghost person this whole time, and like, oh, weird.
But there has been, like, they developed a bit of a story in number 2 with the grandmother doing something unknown-ish.
It was the nanny, I think.
No, it was the grandmother, because the nanny tried to save them all in the second one. It was the family's grandmother that had made some deal with some demon.
Oh, right. So they could probably do a prequel.
But you can't do a prequel because there's no cameras before that.
It could all be
unless it's literally like a guy like...
Gray and white and black.
The whole movie, silent movie.
Or it could just be like a film. Now maybe it could be an actual film, but it could be like the people sitting in like an office room, and it's like the lights are out, you don't see their faces, but you can see this footage of this stuff happening on one of those old things.
Maybe.
And they're like talking like...
Let's do voiceovers for this thing. I don't know. Because that's the thing, you can't go...
Exactly, like this
they're already
the problem,
in 88?
Yeah,
that's pushing your camera limits.
Yeah, like that's... like, I was watching the trailers for this, like, the way they're doing the moving cameras was they took a fan apart and they put the camera on top of that, and this is a moving camera, guys, this is new technology, and like, okay, that makes sense, I guess, but... Paranormal Activity to make more of something itself. I understand that it made like $1 billion for the first one, and then...
Yeah. I can't...
Similar.
I need to see the third one.
I think I need to see the third one as well.
Because,
I think it's on the DVD soon.
Yeah, and because I think if story
Yeah.
kind of writes itself off a little bit, and you kind of find out what's happening a little bit more.
I think
that'll help.
Maybe there's like the Zelda timeline. They've probably written like a whole thing out.
Yeah,
of what
what's
they want.
Gonna happen.
Yeah, like this is.
If people keep giving us money, we can keep going all the way to here.
Yeah, and then we'll do a thing over here.
Yeah.
And then a thing over here.
So.
Oh, and there's a thing up there that we can kind of do.
And honestly, if they ever run out of stuff, like they could kill all these characters off and be done with it, and start a new paranormal activity, like different demon, different house, different people.
I think they would have to call it not 4 then, like paranormal
right,
activity.
Then it would just be paranormal activity rebirth or something like that.
Oh, whatever. Rebirth sounds weird.
You know, like just a dumb subtitle.
Yeah, some not like Saw, which went up to 7.
Saw, and see what bugged me about Saw is at the end
Saw
of
ended though, officially, hasn't it?
It has, but at the end of every single movie, they're like, we killed him. I'm like, how many times can you like?
They killed him. They didn't kill him in the first one.
I know.
I don't think they killed him in the second one. I think they started killing him off in like the 4th one.
And they're like, okay, this is the last.
But I trained someone else.
I think what bugs me the most is when they say this is going to be the last insert name here.
Final Destination.
Yeah. This is the Final Destination. It was the title of the movie.
And
Next movie, Final Destination 5.
And then, like, in the little, like, the catch line is, like, the last stop or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Death's last stop.
Maybe this is it. Maybe they figure it out.
No.
No, we want money.
Well, because they made money.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the Final Destination made money.
I wish people, like movie makers figured out... Well, I guess video game people are guilty of that, too. Like, we want to make sequels for money.
Yep.
Kojima's pretty good for that. Capcom was pretty good for that with Street Fighter for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And then they made 4, and then they found that 4 made money.
For this, for that, for 12.
Super Arcade Home Edition, version 5. In any case, other movie news?
There's another Bourne movie coming out.
Good.
Without Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. I watched Team America last night.
I like Matt Damon in the movies. I thought he did
a great job.
He did a great job.
First time I watched Bourne Identity, I thought it was a Metal Gear movie without the Metal Gear.
Oh yeah, it was a really good movie, and Matt Damon makes a really good action star.
Yeah, he does. He really does.
Which was kind of surprising at first.
No.
I never really saw him in action flick. He was, Good Will Hunting. He was that kind of stuff.
He was a humor guy.
Yeah.
No. I think...
And then he could pop into that role so well, you're just like, yeah, go Matt Damon.
Give us the rest of it.
No. Either way.
Anyways.
He is not going to be the new protagonist.
Who's the new Bourne?
He's not going to be Jason Bourne.
Okay.
He's going to be a new operative type guy. But Jeremy Renner.
Good choice.
Is going to be the next protagonist for the Bourne movies.
This guy needs to win like some sort of new actor award or something like that. Cause
yeah.
Like the last 2-3 years, he's exploded into the films. Like he's done so many good films lately.
Yeah.
And will be, because he's A, in the Avengers movie, and that's instantly going to be successful, and B, like this, and Hurt Locker, and Mission Impossible, and...
They've said the same tempo.
Good.
More expansive and bigger. Differences are, he says they're pretty vast, but you'll still know it's a Bourne flick. And I mean that's all in the action scenes anyways, so.
I think what happens is they'll need to have that one dance song that they used in the first movie. I can't remember. I'll have to keep talking. I'll figure it out.
But because even like when the game came out and they didn't use Matt Damon's likeness because he didn't want to lend himself to a violent video game. That's a whole nother topic.
Mm-hmm.
But even that, you could tell it was a Bourne game just by like the way all the fighting
scenes went. That Bourne game was good.
It was good. It was short.
I enjoyed it.
Because they didn't call it the Bourne Identity. They called it. I forgot what they called it.
Conspiracy.
Yeah, but it was literally the first.
Yeah, it was the first movie.
It was the first book.
There's the
movie.
There's the bang scene. There's the.
But when they said Bourne Conspiracy or whatever, everybody thought they had done like the trilogy in a game.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They just did the first. So it was good, and then
Moby,
literally
the Moby song I was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
As long as they have that like in a trailer or in like somewhere in the movie, because that made that movie.
But Jeremy Renner's a badass.
He is a good actor. I really like him.
Me too.
He's a good actor.
So, that's me.
Yep. And one last thing here. If you may have seen, if you're one of the lucky people in America who's seen the prologue to The Dark Knight, or is that what it's called? Dark Knight Rises? The prologue to it, which films, it's in front of Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol. Some people loved it. It was a good prequel. A lot of people were concerned, though, over the fact that they couldn't hear Bane's voice through his mask. Through his mask. So, that was a big concern.
Yeah.
And, you know what, that's fair, because you have a brooding Batman.
You already have Batman who's got that voice.
So, people are all like, we can't hear them. What happened was, some people, or some of the digital theaters in the States, got an updated audio track, which some people reported may have changed the voice of Bane.
Well, hope to, yep.
And while official word is it hasn't.
Yeah.
But the fact that, they can update the audio track to, improve audio scenes here and there, that raises the question, should they do that to Bane's voice? And would they do it to Bane's voice? Like, is it too late for that, or...
Honestly, with the way post-production stuff works, and the way digital,
I think they should.
I think they should too.
I haven't seen, the Bane that we have seen is from the trailer.
Yeah.
And there was a very little bit of it.
Very little talk.
So, and based off people who've seen the prologue, they weren't exactly satisfied with how he turned out.
Yeah.
So, I think they should, if they can.
Me too. And honestly, with the amount of stuff, everything's digital. Don't kid me. And someone like us, we can't keep stock footage.
Yeah.
Because we don't have money or space.
And some of the scenes in this movie are expensive.
But someone a company is it Warner Brothers?
It's Warner Brothers.
Yeah. Either way, the people will have all of their digital everything. So they will have sound bites and all this stuff and all the original films. So they can go back and be like, okay, let's tweak the audio a bit more so we can actually have him come through a little clearer.
And it's not like they're adjusting the visuals.
You're doing nothing to the visual.
Yeah, it's all audio track, which is significantly easier, I would imagine.
I would imagine so too.
And if they really need to get him back, Tom Brody, is that his name? Yeah. If they need to get Tom Brody back to do,
all he has to do is sit in a booth and talk.
They could probably even do it over Skype. Just say these lines, we'll adjust it later. You don't even really need to focus on it.
They literally need to sit him in a studio, play the movie, and him go...
He doesn't even need to, because he's got a mask over himself, right?
Yeah.
As Bane.
But, so, I don't know. There's just so many things they can do that, yes, I believe they should be fixing the audio, but that's just me.
I think so. If they're going to do it, I think they should.
If enough people have complained about it, that kind of worry. And especially, like you said, you already have Batman.
It's such a brooding voice, like a low... rough voice, and he's already hard enough to hear as it is at times.
Well, there's been enough jokes about it that everybody,
I mean, it's obviously not that bad in the movies, but...
Yeah, it's not as bad as everybody makes it out to be, but at the same time, if you've got two people whose voices are kind of wonky like that, it's going to get really hard.
The Joker was really good, right?
Yeah.
And Scarecrow wasn't bad, because he really wasn't Scarecrow for the most of the movie either.
Yeah.
So...
But, yeah, you start adding more people with weird voices, and it's going to get... awkward quick. Especially if they have an exposition, they're both talking.
There's a deep conversation.
Yeah, and there's got to be something between the two of them.
Because Bane is a smart mother.
Yeah.
He's a smart little cracker.
So yeah, it's gonna be man, there's gonna be so many good jokes.
I'm pretty sure there is already jokes.
Yeah. So, either who.
Yes.
That's it. No, that's burgers.
One of the websites that one of the websites that I go to has a movie review for The Devil Inside. They give it a 0 out of 5.
0 stars.
And they've never given a 0 ever. So just so you know,
don't go see that.
Yeah.
Site news, quick.
Screen.com. Site stuff. What happened on Sunday? What did I do on Sunday?
What did you do on Sunday?
It's good.
La 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 la.
That didn't work at all.
That's not what I wanted to see.
I know what it is. I can't.
I watched it.
I watched it. All I think
Jedi Squirrels.
Damn. Oh, and what do we do on the weekend? Well,
it finally posted.
When YouTube didn't shit all over us.
Okay, so
we're gonna have to figure out something.
Our Game of the Year went up finally. Not Game of the Year. Our of the Year awards went up. Finally.
End of the year content.
Yeah, and after that, the newscast finally went up from last week.
Yeah.
So it was a little late, and we apologize, but
We'll figure something out.
It was literally YouTube. I don't know.
No knocks against YouTube just because we are uploading gigs and gigs of stuff.
But at the same time, I can upload something that's 3 gigs and it'll take, 5 hours. And then I can upload something that's 2.8 gigs and it will take a day and a half.
We'll figure something out, guys.
I don't get it.
We'll figure it out. We'll get a server.
We'll figure something out. Either way.
I really want to build something.
I know you do. Jedi Squirrels, and yes, our newscast went up late, and our game
that's fine. So, Jedi Squirrels, don't give squirrels.
Don't give squirrels.
I'm actually
lightsabers.
concerned if a squirrel gets a hold of a lightsaber now.
Pish posh.
I'm scared. Question
of the week was: did you make a New Year's resolution? It's a really easy question to answer.
Is that Paul? Who I think? What did he say?
No, it was good. I liked it actually.
What did he say? I'm concerned.
I'm gonna go with this first.
Okay.
So, the majority of people that voted said yes.
Uh-huh.
There's a few people still working on it.
I'm those people that didn't make one.
I'm a no.
I don't make resolutions.
I always forget them. That's my issue.
Well,
I sit there and I'm like, I'm going to not eat as much chocolate this year.
Yeah, no, that's never happened.
And then, like, 2 weeks in, someone gives me something, and I'm like, chocolate. Oh.
Oops.
And then I'm like, well, it's broken, done.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna go skydiving this year. No, don't have the money.
So one person made a comment on Facebook that was, it's kind of a half-assed resolution. Spend less, save more, which is something that all people should try.
I think
and
that's a life lesson, right?
Yeah. And someone on the website, for every hour of TV they watch, they want to read 2 hours from a real book.
I will fight him on that.
If that's actually him, yes, bring him.
Bring rotted.
Rotted.
You took a look at Mario Kart 7 this week?
I did.
For video games.
It was Mario Kart.
It's Mario Kart. We've talked a lot about that already. So it's Mario Kart.
It's fun.
There's nothing drastic. It's Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I like Mario Kart.
Me too. I enjoy Mario Kart. So, and for $40 for a Mario Kart game.
I can finally play with someone now.
Yeah.
So now that I can finally do something with my Mario Kart game. So.
We need some rotary phones, Tony.
I'm okay with. We'll go to the flea market.
Yeah.
We'll go to the flea market. We should go to the flea market. We could probably get something really cool.
Could probably get some games.
Yeah.
So either way, yeah, Hump Day humor.
Yep.
Yeah, as usual. And then
Friday. We watched. Well,
I've seen it.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It's good.
I
Shutter
like it.
Island. It's a very good book.
Movie.
Yeah. I say book because it is a book. It is a book.
There's a book.
So, to say the least, you always say that. Hear the complaints of the book is always better. The book is always better. Here, in this case, I read like a chapter of it, like on the internet somewhere. I was like, whatever, and I thought, wow, this is exactly how the movie went, because I watched the movie, saw in the credits that it was based off a book, and I was like, oh, that's interesting.
You should go find the book.
Yeah, I read that, and I was like, okay, that's cool. It was also 3 at night. I don't want to keep reading. Book. So I went to the Wikipedia page for the book, read the synopsis. Like almost every scene was scene for scene, which super impresses me. But my friend also brought up the fact that it's also a 1950s cop thriller.
Yeah.
So there's really nothing you can deviate.
Up, yeah.
You can't really deviate from too much. But the entire time I couldn't stop thinking that I was watching a movie based off of LA Noire.
Just with a lot more mind-bending weirdo stuff going on.
Oh, you haven't seen the endgame stuff in LA Noire.
That's true.
Some of the end stuff, like, it's weird. Not to say that there's any sort of magic stuff in LA Noire, because there isn't. It's just the way that they did the storytelling was very similar, almost to a T.
But that's how all those things kind of worked out. It's like the old radio shows.
Yeah.
You still listen to 6:30 Ched at like 12 o'clock at night.
You get the War of the Worlds.
You get all those old like, now for radio mysteries, and then it's the 2 people sitting in the room with the guy like opening and closing doors and like
they're narrating.
There's the narrator guy who's like the regular radio host, and then there's the guy and the chick who play all the girls and guy characters, and it's like, oh my god, I know, oh my god, I know, and it's like, Susan, no,
and it's like,
and there's a guy sitting in a microphone like,
or he's popping something.
Yeah.
He's popping a balloon.
Yeah. What was that? A gunshot.
Oh man. So Shutter Island is nothing like that.
No, it's good. It's
actually a very good movie.
It's a very good movie.
I thought it moved a little slow in the beginning.
Yep.
It was very confusing.
Yep.
But without spoiling anything, it makes sense in the end. it wraps up in a tiny little package, much like L.A. Noire does. So, go watch it. It's good.
It was a good movie.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
And it's on Netflix?
Yes, it is one of those Netflixable movies.
Woo! So many new Netflix things I'm so happy about.
And Stargate, all of Stargate is on Netflix now. All 10 seasons of Stargate SG-1. And I did a thing here when I was doing the Photoshop. Like my finger missed and I hit that and I was like, you know what? I'll do that from now on.
Tony Seal.
Yep, balls.
So, yes, that's it.
Yep. So.
That's all I got.
I got nothing, unless there's anything to look forward to.
Nothing I can think of.
I'm looking forward to CES.
Yeah, that's true.
Which starts Monday. So.
when we go back to school.
Well, I'm not. It's just news, right? So it's just.
Yeah, it's true.
So expect me to be all antsy about some sort of weird technology next week. But
and our Twitter might be a little bit more alive with random posts of random stuff happening.
Hey, look over there.
Yeah. Look, trees. What?
I've been following the Resident Evil ARG.
Oh yeah.
And his Twitter account is really weird because he's like, I can't tweet here. Umbrella's following me.
Oh no.
And really, Twitter just went down. I think they're on to me.
Yeah. Oh. Oops.
So.
Yes.
School's starting soon.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna write something up tonight. Or I don't know, cue something. I haven't really given it much thought.
I don't know.
I might write something for Kane Lynch.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. Something written up for it. Because it's not a bad game. It's really not a bad game. It's just an interesting game. It's a passable action game.
No fun news. Okay, yeah, that's it.
Cool beans.
Excellent. Well, have a good one all.
See you soon. We just rambled. It was empty space.
Bye.